good morning. It's gonna laugh at me. Yeah, we're at the lake. It is the first annual Addicts Catfish tournament. So we're out here. We're gonna be doing some drifting. Weather Channel's lying. It said the wind's gonna be blowing 9-10 miles per hour, and it's blowing a lot faster than that. But yeah, it's our first annual Catfish tournament. We're gonna see how we do. Obviously, my boat's just in the shop, but got some good news. They said by mid of next week, so maybe another 5 days, I should hopefully have my boat back and be back in business. So we got Mr. Patrick over here. He's a bait guy. He cut up all our bait for us.
Yes, sir.
We got our captain, Mr. David. He's gonna try and keep us dry today. Hopefully get some slime, but we'll see how we do. We just got set up in our first spot. So we'll be right back. Wish us luck. 8 hours. Guys, we'll talk a little bit about the tournament. So yeah, it's the first annual Addicts. So you guys have been following my videos. We usually always enter their boat tournament in the summer, and it's usually a redfish, and then they have side pots for like single heaviest red, single heaviest catfish, catfish with the most spots. So even doing that one, I think 10, how many years? 10 years? I don't know, 10, 11 years? 10, 11 years, something like that. And they also do a kayak tournament, which I've entered twice, and they do a shoreline tournament, which is 40 hours. So this year, Oscar and Addicts, they decided to do a catfish tournament, see how well they get a turnout. For the first one, they had 16 boats registered, so more might show up. Usually on the redfish one, I think they average about 35 to maybe 45 boats. If the weather was a little more favorable, there might have been more people out here, but it's also the first year, guys. And either way, typically out here people tend to like more redfish anyways, so that's probably why it's a smaller turnout. But it's a 6 fish limit, so you can weigh 6 fish, and they only have one side pot, and the one side pot is your single heaviest catfish, and your catfish that you use for the heaviest cannot be part of your stringer for the 6 total. So basically, if you want to try and win both, you got to catch 7 fish. So we're gonna give it a go. You're allowed as many rods on the boat as you want, but you can only have 6 active in the water, and then it's 3 men per boat. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We'll be right back. He's a catfish god, so I told him no pressure.
No pressure.
But we'll see how we do, guys. Stay tuned.
pliers?
Oh, I put it back in that tackle box.
Any tackle box?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're right at the top. So
Oh, you got one. Been a slow day. Alrighty guys, so I'm back home, and actually this is about I think like 4 days after the Fanatics first annual Catfish tournament, and I realized I didn't record an outro, so I need to do this real quick before I upload it. But yeah, it was a Fanatics first annual Catfish tournament. I ended up fishing with my buddy David Ortega. So he has a guide service. It's called Second Chance Fishing. It's a real good friend. I've known him now. We were actually just talking about it. I think I've known him for about 6-7 years now. When he was first here in San Antonio, he actually booked a trip with me when the first year that I started guiding, and him and his buddy Sherman came out on the boat with me. We did a guided trip, and then he started fishing on his own, and then he started guiding on his own. And real good guide for catfish. But today we just couldn't find him. We had a real hard time. We tried drifting, we tried anchoring, we tried spot locking. We had multiple areas where we saw fish and we couldn't get anything to bite. So it was a real hard day. So we ended up with only one channel catfish, and I think he weighed about 5.5 pounds. And you know, we knew two of our buddies. You know, we fished the lake long enough, you know most everybody. So our buddy Derek, so he's DNA hog hunter. He still has his YouTube channel, real big YouTuber. He's come out on a couple of my videos. He was doing pretty good. So I think he got about 40-some-ish pounds on his limit. So he did real good. And our other buddy Albert, he did extremely well. He was fishing with his father, and I think they got close to 70 pounds. So in all honesty, we saw their bag limits, and we knew we only had one fish. And I think there ended up being at the very end 17 boaters. So we honestly thought we didn't have a shot. And I actually had to go pick up Mateo. So I had already told him before we even started that I was going to have to leave as soon as we come back in, because I had to go pick up my son. But honestly, when I left, I really didn't think we were going to place. David didn't think we were going to place. You know, we saw these other two friends of ours that had real big limits. And, you know, we thought for sure somebody was going to beat us. So I get home and I'm doing some work in the house after I get Mateo. And David calls me and he tells me we got third. So we got third place with one fish. And again, I think it weighed 5.5 pounds or whatnot. So for the 17 boats, they had 2 boats with the big bag limits. We had one fish. So the other 14 boats had 0, which is a real shocker. I mean, that's really surprising. I thought for sure somebody else was going to have something. But yeah, so we got third. So hey, you know what? So if ever you're fishing a tournament and you think you only got like 1 or 2 fish and you don't think it matters, hey, at the end of the day, get them weighed in, because we did. And I'm glad we did, because we actually debated about just not weighing the fish and just cleaning them. But so yeah, glad David did take it in. So we got third place, and we'll learn from it and hopefully do better next year. But next year, if I have my boat, like me and David were talking, and I told him, I said, hey, if I had my boat, I'd be fishing against you. And with that being said, I got my boat back today. So today is Wednesday. So like I said, it's like 4 days after the tournament, and finally got my boat back. I had to do some work to it. I have it charging right now at my house. I'm pretty sure the trolling batteries are dead, so I got that being plugged in. There's some other work on the boat I have to get done. You know, my boat is usually in a covered storage with the lock out of the elements.
It's basically been sitting in a yard for the past 3 months. So definitely some areas got some sun damage, some stuff that holds my video camera. I use something called some gear ties, and it's a rubber tie. They were all brittle, cracking, so I just bought some new ones. My ice chest on the front of the boat, I've got some eyelets that I strap it down to, which oddly they don't sell any of those galvanized, at least not that I've seen at Lowe's. So those all rusted. 2 of them, when I was trying to unscrew them, they just broke off. So I already saw that was bad, so I got some new eyelets. And there's some other little cosmetic stuff I had to do on the boat. Normally after I take it to Master Marine and get work done, I'll usually do a detail clean when I'm done, but it's been sitting out there for too long. So I actually partnered with 2 brothers that have a detail service out of San Marcos. So they're going to come to my house on Monday, and they're going to do a full detail on the boat, and they're going to do a wax, a buff, and they're going to just detail her top to bottom, the cushions, everything. So they're going to get her looking newer than new. But yeah, that was our results for the Fin Addicts. So enjoy the short video. I probably talked more than you're actually going to see what we fished. But still, guys, I mean, again, we had a great time. I always enjoyed fishing with my buddy David. You know, since he now guides and I full time, and I just do my part-time deal on my days off. It's very rare for the 2 of us to be able to get out on a boat together. So we did enjoy, being able to finally spend a day fishing on the same boat. But I already told him I'm going to be gunning for him on the boat tournament coming out later this year, and then next year when the Catfish tournament comes out again, I'll be going up against him. So yeah, enjoy the video. We'll see y'all later. Bye.